Hi guys, welcome to another Ask Zenler. So in this particular workshop, what we're going to look at is image resizing. Now this is a common problem with people having images, especially in things like rows or where you need the height of an image to be the same. So what I'm going to show you is the problem that can occur, and then I'm going to show you how you can easily fix it so you understand what I'm talking about. So in this case, what I'm going to do is I'm going to add a row, and I'm just going to add like a 3-column single row here. And then I'm going to go into this and we're just going to drop an image in. Okay, so I'm going to go to images. I'm going to select some from our library. So I'm going to go and select something like this here, and then I'm going to go into this one, and I'm going to go to image again. I'm going to select a different image, something like this one, and then I'm going to go into this one and select a different image again. Let's go and choose this one. So what you can see happening here is my images are all different ratios in height. Now, lots of people want them to be the same ratio. Now, what you've got to remember is if you're picking images, they need to have that same height ratio. So by having that same height ratio, they're all going to be the same inside the site. So I want to make sure they're all the same size. So generally, if we've got a 3-column row like this, if we make sure that each image is round about 800 width, and then however height I want it, then I should be all right. So each one will be exactly the same width and height. So we're actually resizing. So generally, to do this, I would use a proper digital editing program such as Photoshop, and that's what I use personally. Or you can use a program called Pixlr to do that, pixlr.com. Let me just go to that now to show you it. Here it is here. So it's pixlr.com, and inside here you can actually set the size of what's called the canvas, and then you can just drop images in, export the images out, and they're going to be exactly the same ratio. And that's what we're looking at, so that our images don't appear up and down on the page. We're going to use Canva to do it instead of Pixlr, because I know a lot of you get afraid by looking at new platforms like this, and I know a lot of you are using Canva. So we can do exactly the same thing in Canva. So I'm going to jump to a Canva account. I'm going to click create a design. Now if you already have an image at the right ratio, then you can look at the image size and you can actually see what size to put it in there at. Now if you don't know how to do that, I'm just going to open a folder and quickly show you with an image I've downloaded. So these images, for instance, if I click on this image, right hand click, this is on PC, go down to properties, then you can see underneath the details tab, it's going to show you the size of this image here. Yeah, so you could just make sure it's the same size as that. Now obviously this is well oversized, but I'm going to just bring images straight in, and I'm going to set a nice size for us in Canva. So I'm going to go create a design, and then we're going to go and we're going to customize the size. So I'm going to say custom size. So it already gives us these nice ratio sizes, and 1920 1080 is the one that I commonly use. That's HD size for video, so it's quite a good size to use. So if I just select that one, then it will go in there, but I can also go in here and I can type. So if I know, for instance, I want it 800, and then I maybe want it 800, I want it a little bit taller than 800 in here, I could set something like 1200, and then I could click create a design. Now it's basically going to create a canvas for us to basically drop photographs into. We can export those out, and then you've got them at exactly the same ratio. So if I click create new design, you're going to get a blank screen come up like this, and this is our canvas size. So this is 800 across here by 1200 down here. Now if that seems too big for you, of course, you know, you can change things inside the settings, or you could say, right, okay, I want to create a new document. So you can click resize in here if you wanted to. This is for if you've got a paid account, but I can come in here. You could do it in Pro by clicking there, and that would, if you change one, it will change the other, or you can unlock it and just say in there. So actually I'm going to say 800, and I'm actually going to make this by 500, and then I'm going to click the there. Obviously this is not a Pro account, so I'd have to actually sign up for a Pro account, but that's how you could change it. If you haven't got a Pro account and you want to change it, what you're going to need to do is close that off, and you're going to have to come back to here, and you're going to need to put in your size. So I'm going to put 500 now, and I'm going to click create design. Now the great thing about this is when you've done it, okay guys, so when you've actually created that little template in your Canva account, you could reuse it. So you could add more images in, delete images out, and then just export them out. So you've only got to set it up once to do this. So let me just click that, and that's our new size there. So that looks quite good. So I know that's going to be 800 by 500 when I export it out. So now I can just search for images if I want to. So I can go to photo, and we can just choose some images in here. I'll just choose dogs because I like dogs, and we just choose one of these images. Notice this is a free account, so I can't use paid for content like this, but I can use these free ones here. Or of course you can download from Pixabay and put them in there. So what I'm doing now is I'm just resizing it. Notice it's cropping it on the canvas. Notice the bottom of the dog is being cut off, and I can move that up and down to get a nicer fit. So I could say, look, I'm happy with that one, that looks really good, and I want to now duplicate this page out. So I'm going to duplicate this page out. I'm going to take this image and select it and just click delete, and then I'm going to choose another dog image that's free. So I've got this one here, this is nice, so I'm going to put him in there like that, and then I'm going to create another image. So I'm just going to go and duplicate this out, I'm going to select the image, delete it out, I'm going to choose another one. So I'm going to choose that one's quite nice. Put it in the corner and it will snap to the size. Okay. Or you can put it in there and you can just size it manually and move it around here like that. That looks good. So I've got 3 images there that I'm going to put into my site. Okay. So back in Canva on this page, and we can now click download, and we're going to download these as JPEGs. Yep, leave it in that. Select pages, all pages 3, and we're going to click download. And then what's going to happen is Canva will download each of those images and it will put it into a zip folder. So I'm going to open that zip folder up. Let's say show in folder. There it is there. I'm going to now just extract these out. So I'm going to go right hand click. I'm going to click extract all. That's going to extract them to my folder. And there we have them. So I'm going to put those on my desktop. So I'm just going to drag them onto my desktop there. And if we look at those images, if I just right hand click that image, go to properties, the details on that is 800 by 500, what you set in Canva. So now I'm going to jump into my site. I'm all ready to go. I'm going to delete these ones out because they're no longer needed. And we're going to have a perfectly fitted column rows. So if you add more rows, you could do exactly the same. So let's go in there, let's click a new image. So let's go to here, let's go to images. I'm going to upload an image. We're going to grab from my desktop the first dog, click open. I'm going to upload without crop, okay? And there it is. And now I'm going to go to add an image. And I don't want to use the crop because it can put it out of size. So I'm just doing it because I've manually cropped these. Upload without crop. Beautifully lined up, as you can see. And we'll just do another one, image. And we'll go and grab that last image that we have here. And click this, upload without crop. And bang, we've got 3 lovely images. Now what's great about this is if I come back to my Canva template, let's just tool this and go back to the home page. So I'm going to go back to my home page now into Canva. I'm just going to refresh this. I have under here unnamed, so I'm going to call this template. So you could use this for all of them. You only got to set it up once, and now you can keep using it. So what I can do now is I can open this back up and say I've got another project on the go. I can add another page to it as I normally would, or if I'm finished with this, I can delete these images out like this, so I can even delete the pages out and just add a new image. So say I've got another one, so I'm going to go and call this puppy this time. Oh, so we got something like, let's call it, let's go to photos like there. There's a nice little puppy shot in there. Is that free? That's free. That's free. That's free. Let's grab that one, put it in the corner. There we go. And I can click download. I can select the JPEG again. Remember it's 800 by 500 because you set it on this template. Click download. That's going to download that file. Now I'm going to jump back into here. What I'm actually going to do is I'm going to create a new row. So I'm going to temporarily just delete that image out. I'm going to right hand click in here and I'm going to go add a column. Then I'm going to put that image back in. So I'm going to go to image and drop that image back in. I'm going to go to this one. I'm going to go to image. I'm going to upload an image and I know it's in my downloads folder. Click open, upload without crop, and there we go, perfectly aligned. So that is how you can use Canva to create that size that you need, and then you can just put any images in there, put them into the right position, export it out, and there you've got your exact sizes. Now also remember, like I said, because you've created it as a template, you can always go back to this and you can export new images out from it and reuse it as a template. So if you've got lots of different template sizes, maybe you've got some more portrait ones that you want to use, maybe you've got some square ones that you want to use, you can save them as templates inside Canva and you can basically dump all of your images and things straight into it. And of course, you know, inside Canva we've got this ability of adding extra things like elements, so you could go in and you could create extra elements going over the top, you know, if you want to as well, and you can export that out as an image as well and use that in there. So it gives you full control, really quick to do. So these are tools that you're going to use to help you actually make your site look better on the Zenler platform. So hopefully this has helped you guys. This is all image resizing, basic image resizing using Canva and obviously your images. Now also, just before I go, I want to also note here, if you do have your own images, you've taken your own pictures, you can always upload here. So you can go to upload and then you can go upload media and then you can go from device here and you can choose a new photo like this, click open, and then you'll have it uploaded to your template. So then if I wanted to add this, I could delete these out, drag this across, put this into position here, resize it, and bang, I could export that out and I have my own image that I've taken maybe on my camera or from somewhere else, and I've uploaded it straight into the platform itself, into Canva, and I've exported it out and brought it into the Zenler platform. So that is image resizing using Canva on Zenler.